Hey guys, so I know I am late to the party. Foodie was live 6 hours ago. Um, I have been so excited to cover this one because from what I've heard, it's mostly about cooking, which we know is one of my favorite things. However, every time I sat down to try and do any coverage on this, something would happen or somebody would call. So I am just now getting to it. Um, for those of you that don't know, I am a stay-at-home mom and wife, so I have to film my content based around getting all the chores in my house done and cooking for my family. So I do this at weird hours sometimes. It is almost 10 o'clock at night. Um, so I promise I'm gonna try so hard not to yawn. And I don't know if it's really that I'm tired because I don't feel tired. It might just be foodie. I don't know. Sometimes our girls are kind of boring. Maybe this stream though, since it's all about cooking, maybe that'll be enough to keep the yawning at bay. I don't know. No promises though, but I'm trying my hardest. Um, so let's go ahead and go over and see what she has to say. I did skip the first like 3 minutes. It's just her saying hello to people. I'm not all that interested in it. I also have her sped up to 2 times speed um, because she seems to be the one that talks the slowest. And I also don't want to be here all night. And I'm not sure that you guys want to be here all night either or day. Uh, huh, time is weird because I'm not sure. This will probably go up tomorrow, but I'm not sure what time you're viewing it. So you don't want to be stuck with me for a long period of time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if you have watched any of my content, you know that I like to run my mouth. So we're going to go ahead and get on over here. Foodie is on podcast mode. So we're just going to cover her up with my face. Not that that's any more entertaining, but I figure it's better than a black screen. I do have her the chat replay up, so we can take a peek at what all nonsense was going on over there.
I reconnected already. Don't really have a favorite band. Maybe 25 years ago I did, but Margie, is it buffering? Yeah, I do echo. I do.
Okay, people who don't have favorite bands or favorite music make me nervous. And I know that sounds crazy, but my husband, I don't know why, um, he does not have a favorite band. He doesn't have a favorite song. He doesn't have a favorite food. He doesn't really have a favorite color. Um, and so it makes it a little hard sometimes if you're trying to shop for him or if you're trying to get him to make a decision like what he would like to eat for a special occasion or what sounds good to him because you say what's your favorite thing, what sounds good, and he's like, I don't care. However, it tends to work out in my favor most of the time because I do have favorites. And so we just tend to go with my favorites all the time. And thankfully, he is a very understanding man who lets me listen to the same 4 albums on repeat for about 4 months now, 5 months now. So kind of works out in my favor, but still irritating, makes me a little nervous.
You feel at home. Hey, Luna Bell, 419 in Delaware. So I'm not going to put my camera on for tonight because he's great. I was in my hijab all day. Hey, Teardrop.
Okay, she just said she's not putting her camera on for tonight, but I thought that she said that she was only going to be doing it this way from now on, because she was no longer technically a content creator. We were just here to talk to our online friends. Um, so I don't know. Are we a creator again? Are are we gonna randomly get camera and live streams and that's it? Or are we getting vlogs also? Or make believe vlogs? Like just footage we're gonna pretend is vlogs. I don't know.
and I literally cannot wear it any longer. I'm so, I just had to have a nice shower, get in PJs, and I just want to be comfortable when I talk. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, Jill, we're in opposite time zones. Shay Ayla. Well, wearing it all day long can be a little bit, yeah, you know. Hey, punk rock. So I just, it's not that it's uncomfortable, it's just after a long time, yeah, you kind of just want to, you know, just like, you know, whenever you've been in your clothes all day, imagine wearing jeans or something all day. You just want to get in your PJs, have a shower. Hey, Cowpat. So that's what I did. And so the title, I'm in big trouble. I kind of am.
Oh, hey, Becca. Hey, boo, I see you. Eat Your Heart Out with Becca is somebody that I cover occasionally. I found her one day when I was trolling through Chantal's chat, and she said that she had a bunch of trolls over where she was, and I was like, does she make content? Um, she does, in fact, make content, um, and some of it is highly, highly inappropriate and problematic. So, if Girl World gets too boring for me, like our normal girls, or if there's just a lull in the universe over here, sometimes I'll boop on over to Becca's channel and see what she's been up to and find all the problematic clips and talk about those. She's a good time though.
Because tomorrow I have to cook for 18 people, a Canadian dish. So I'm gonna, it's gonna feel like I'm MacGyver because, yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to hear from you guys. I was thinking, like, Salah really wants me to make poutine. Make a really big poutine. That's what I mean. So he's like, what stuff would you need? I said, well, like, what, five kgs of potatoes? Mashed potatoes would be easy, but yeah, it's a lot of people. And he's like, make maybe poutine, church spaghetti, maybe put.
Okay, 5 kgs of potatoes, that's like 12 pounds of potatoes. I don't know, I'm horrible at math. Um, but I think that's around 12 pounds if I'm mathing right. So 12 pounds of potatoes for 18 people. I don't know. Seems like an awful lot.
Poutine and meatloaf. I'm like, I'd need probably like 4 kgs of beef. How many? What? I would need 10 kg. I'll have to make fries. Like I'll have to make fries. So, how many liters of oil and how many kgs of potato? Make Timbits.
Okay, for I know she doesn't cook a lot of food generally, and what I have seen her cook, I haven't been all that impressed with. Um, but some of it, I mean, seems halfway decent. Um, and she at least seems to make more of her own stuff than Rosie does. Um, Asking about the oil, you can use the same oil and just do them in batches, which means you need less oil, technically. And she's saying, did she say she would have to peel them? Because I don't know, I really like home style fries. And home style fries, you just wash your potatoes really good and you leave the peels on them when you fry them up. And saying she needs 10 kg of beef to make meatloaf for 18 people. That's over 20 pounds of beef. Honey, I don't think you need that much.
10 kgs of KD. Craft dinner. No, they would be like, you're gonna make us craft dinner. That's what I'm thinking. Facts like split pea soup, grease fire. Um. Oh, Lorena, I don't know what you really are wanting me to address. Like garlic bread and church basement spaghetti. I think they've had macro like pasta with meat sauce. I'm sure. I was thinking, you know, I might make a video. Margie, tortilla is too.
Okay, so she might make a video, so we may get a vlog of this. Um, I don't know, that could be fairly entertaining, because we know that the vlog foodie that we get is very soft-spoken and reserved and demure. And it would be funny trying to watching her try and keep that front up while she is absolutely panicking and having a meltdown in her kitchen trying to cook for 18 people. Um, I have been cooking for a long time. I'm a fairly decent cook. I catered our wedding because we were on a very tight budget and I was determined to stay under that budget. We had an entire Victorian wedding, and including everything, including the venue. My husband said that we could afford a budget of $500. I did the whole thing for $375, including food. Um, and even with the skill that I have and how long I have been doing it, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little stressful. So I can't imagine what somebody in Foodie's situation is is feeling, because she definitely, I don't know that she's ever cooked for more than just one or two people.
Too hard. I found a box of Kraft mac and cheese here. Hey, Timmy! Can't find maple syrup. Oh, Jenny, I hope your baby gets better soon. They all eat meat, yeah. Grilled cheese. A bag of milk. Yeah, Katie, it has to be Canadian food because that's the whole point. Cornbread and cabbage. So basically, if you look up Canadian food, pâté chinois, which is shepherd's pie, but our version with corn in it, chicken parmigiana. Yes, because that's going to be really hard for me to do. It's gonna be... No, I don't have a large capacity oven. I have a small oven. So I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Would just put in be okay? Because I don't know. Will I be getting any help? I'm sure they would help me, but
I think I would go with shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is the easiest. It's made with lamb. Um, it is one of my husband's favorite meals. I make it often. But we know that she has access to lamb. And lamb seems to be one of the cheaper meats there. Um, but it's super easy to make, and it is so good and so filling. Like it's such a heavy meal that you don't need quite as much to make people walk away feeling satisfied. So if I were her, I would do the shepherd's pie. It's also one of those things, like, you get all of your meat ready with your mushroom gravy, you get all of your veggies ready, you get all of your mashed potatoes ready, and then you layer them. And once it's layered, it's literally just putting them in the oven. Um, I think that would be her best bet, really. But I don't know what does she choose something? I don't know.
bread pudding. Shepherd's pie. Chicken pot pie. No, I actually volunteered myself, hey Sammer, um, a while ago. And that was brought up today when we were visiting today. And I said, yeah, sure. Gonna be sweating.
So she volunteered herself thinking that nothing would ever come of it, and here we are. Or is this even a real thing? Or is she just making it up to make it seem like, she's fitting in and she's part of everything? Because I think the last time that Foodie cooked, I think everybody ended up sick, and I think it was when she cooked at Noor's house. Um, so I don't know that people would be overly excited to ask her to try again for an even larger crowd.
No yellow snow. Well, the types of cheese they have here, they have shredded cheddar and shredded mozzarella. They don't have cheese curds. Corned beef, hot chicken, yum, hot chickens. Actually, hot chicken. I don't even know if they have sliced bread. Hey, Dr. Wiley. It's
Make it. You have an oven, bake bread. It Baking bread is so easy. Um, I have two different recipes that I use. I have a 6 ingredient bread, and then I have a depression bread, and it is literally flour, water, sugar, and yeast. That's it. You let it sit on the counter and rise for a little bit, and then you bake it, and it makes some of the best sandwich bread, and it is pretty much foolproof. You cannot mess it up.
clickbait. No, I'm in trouble. I am, because it's gonna be really interesting. No, she's. I don't know, under Marie. Make hamburger helper. Katie, you can put chicken and stuff. Swiss Shelly. Sure, punk rock. Vermont? Far. Hard boiled egg. Tacos. Puts in, but make it extra meaty and cheesy. Banana pudding. I'm not making dessert. I'm probably gonna have to make puts in, because that's like the, chicken spaghetti fizz gig. Chicken spaghetti. I always see people eat that on social media. It looks so good. But they use like Rotel and all kinds of cheeses we don't have. Hey, YouTube lover, how's your camping? I'm thinking shepherd's pie or puts in. Shepherd's pie is easy, but rice with onion and bell pepper. Puts in. Bechamel. Basement spaghetti. Deviled eggs. Add meat to the fries. Gravy and cheese, call it a casserole. You're good to go. Bake like 5 big servings. Man. Oh, I don't know. I'll be later after all that, Jenny. Who are the 18 people? Those people, guests. It was pretty long stabby do. Yeah, maybe instead of making meatloaf, maybe I can make poutine and just get like a couple of rotisserie chickens. A large roast with Yorkshire pudding shepherd's pie. We have to include salad, yeah, Verica.
Okay, I can get rotisserie chickens. May I don't know. Maybe I don't understand the culture there. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but these people, I'm assuming these are people that they've been around since they've been there. How many times have these people cooked and prepared food for her and Salah? Um, and I mean, we saw like how Noor cooks. I mean, we're really talking like we are preparing food. So I find it a little disrespectful, I guess, that these people would say, "Will you cook us some of your food from your country?" Um, Almost as a way to get to know her. And her response is, "I'll go buy rotisserie chickens that are already cooked." I, I don't. That feels very disrespectful to me. And it almost comes across as like it's not worth the time and effort on your part. I might be wrong in that, but that's just how I feel. It's almost like the premise of, if somebody brings food to your house in a Tupperware container, you never give them the Tupperware container back empty. Like they took the time to make something for you. They took the time to prepare it and be thoughtful and bring it to you. The least you can do is return the container with the same effort inside, if that makes any sense.
But there's Arabic style salad and then there's Western with like ranch and stuff and croutons. Maybe I can just buy the fries, yeah. Because then I would just have to make a big thing of gravy, cheese, and the cheese. Maybe, and then chickens. That would be easier on, I think. I don't know. Tomorrow, hosting tomorrow, so I'm just kind of nervous about it. Curry and rice, gravy and cheese curds. We don't have cheese curds. Order takeout like they did on Miss Doubtfire. Anyone else found the food in Miss Doubtfire look good? Hey, Tracy. Yeah, they have really good fries. They have homemade fries here. Instead of cutting them and then frying them, it would be the same thing. Yeah.
It's not the same thing. Because you are not taking the time to put in the effort to feed these people. Like it is a completely different story. If you are hosting a dinner party, let's say, and you work a 9 to 5 job, and you have to come home and you need to prepare food for all of these people. If that is the case, I am all about taking shortcuts like that. However, she sits on a couch all day. She is literally cosplaying as a stay at home wife. The stay at home wives are generally the ones who take the time to make homemade french fries and make the homemade bread and, learn to cook from scratch, just as I'm sure these women that have prepared food for her have done. And she can't be bothered. I need to go and order pre-made fries, which is gross on top of it because we all know that fries, once they sit, I don't care what restaurant you get them from, once fries sit, it's never as good as it was when they were originally made. It, I don't know. Like I said, it's disrespectful and it's kind of offensive. I am offended on behalf of these people already, and it hasn't even happened.
Yeah, I could put chicken on it. You're right. I have a dress like it. Yum, Stevie. Enjoy. The carrots on Miss Milk. Yes, I remember the carrots. Yeah, I don't know. Meatloaf does sound good. Yeah, Katie. Thanks, Ethan. Lobster.
Meatloaf would be so easy for her to do, and you can stretch it so far because depending on how many veggies you put in it and breadcrumbs, um, like you can really make your meat stretch. And then if you add in different sides and stuff like mashed potatoes, um, carrots would be really good. Like if she did like brown sugar carrots or something. Um, Like, that would be fairly easy to do, and you could really stretch it to feed a crowd. Um, I just, I don't know if she's smart enough to realize that.
I don't think we can. Hey, Angela, I'm traumatized, by the way, because Carrie Wall's wheel. Oh, yeah, I remember that scrape dot. What was it called again? Eye for an eye. Restaurant food homemade. I know, Star. I'm in trouble. I gotta cook for 20 people, including us. I'm still beezing.
I was confused for a second 'cause she's like, I have to cook for 20 people. And I was like, wow, so the story's changing. But if they're having 18 people over and then her and Salah, that would be 20. So Foodie's math is mathin'.
Anyway, no, I'm not doing dessert. By the way, TikTok, they were making food. It was like a chef guy. And he starts off his video with a lobster alive. It was really cute. You could see his eyes and everything. And then he's like, all right, watch me cook him. And then he stabbed him in the brain. And I was like, oh my gosh. And now I can't unsee that. I'm beezing like there's no BS teardrop.
That is how you dispatch a lobster in the most humane way possible. It is what it is. Um, does she not eat lobster? And does she not realize how animals are slaughtered? Like how her food gets to her plate. Does she not understand like chicken nuggets were chickens? It I still find myself extremely shocked at how many people my age and a little bit younger um don't all seem to really understand where their meat comes from. Um and I'm not sure how we got to this point.
A big salad, yeah. Taco bar. Yum. I know. Poor lobster. I do eat lobster, but... Ugh. No, we don't have the stuff yet. Gotta go tomorrow. And tomorrow's Juma, so some things might be closed. So we might have to have whatever. Imagine craft dinner, a big plate of it. Because realistically, how many times a week do you craft dinner as a Canadian? Probably a lot. Lobster sashimi. Yeah, carefree. Maulid? Yeah, I don't know what maulid is actually. Oh, is it? That's what they call Muhammad's birthday. Peace be upon him. Hamburger helper.
She didn't know when the Prophet Muhammad's birthday is, and chat had to tell her. I would assume that would be an important day. I mean, it's kind of like for the Christian world, you know, you pretty much ask anybody when Jesus's birthday is, and most people are going to tell you Christmas. You know, whether you agree that that is the actual historical date or not, that's when it is celebrated, and that's when the majority of people would tell you whether they are practicing Christians or not. So I would assume that that is something that she would need to know. I may be wrong, but I think it's very telling that she doesn't know that.
Yeah, not much was closed today for that occasion. I don't have a dining table, but in this culture, they eat on the ground. Ketchup chips. No, Julia's bees in somewhere. Anyway, so that's I'm in big trouble about that. Sorry if it's clickbait, but, you know, to me, that's, thinking, what did I get myself into? I'm just nervous. Like, I'm looking forward to, like, sharing my cuisine for a change. Yeah, Zoe, in my whole entire life. Hey, Mindy Boo. No. No strawberries, but I heard about it. Yeah, I think I'll just buy them made. I don't know, CM.
Like I said, I think that's cheating. And then on top of it, you know, she says, I'm so excited about sharing my food. And then she's joking about just making Kraft mac and cheese. Like, box mac and cheese is what she's coming up with, um, which is really kind of embarrassing. I wouldn't want anybody to think that that was what represented my country. Um, you know, I would really be trying to impress people because they have made her all sorts of really, really cool meals, and really let her be able to taste the culture. And I honestly believe that, you know, sharing food from a culture is really a way to get to know the culture and to get to know the people. And Maybe I don't think she understands that. I think she just sees food as food and that's it.
I know people might think they're hoping my life will be destroyed. It's clever. Many people use clickbait. Thank you, Carefree. Oh, Carissa, I'm sorry to hear that. Potato corner, shisha yet. Echo, thank you for watching me that long. Well, I'm here for you guys who still love me, so I get, you know. Uh, you know, I still stand by my live stream, though. I just want to say that before I close that topic. I think you a cheeky bint. Um, no, I don't already have it, Rarica. I don't have the stuff, because I'm not sure what I'm going to make. But any content creator, okay, even reaction channels, imagine, just imagine the reaction channels had a dozen channels using their content and making more money for their financial gain. They would be just as pissed and they would be striking everybody. Guaranteed. Anybody would do that. Anybody. The huge vloggers with hundreds of thousands of views, they can afford to copyright their stuff and they can afford to go after people like H3. But the smaller ones like me, you know, it's hard to protect yourself. But at the end of the day, even if my piece of the pie is small, at least I still get some, you know. And maybe someday my channel will grow more if I just keep trying to work hard and put more effort into my content. Who knows?
That's the thing. At one point, Chantal was making the most out of everybody, even the reaction channels, and there were more reaction channels. But it was when people were more engaged with her content. So the fact that she is not making the money that she was making, that's really up to her. And, you know, my thought on it is that YouTube is one of those places that any attention is technically good attention. If people come in the comment section and they leave you mean spirited comments, whether it's a negative or a positive comment, YouTube still counts that as video engagement. If you click on my video, that is still video engagement. If you click the thumbs down, that is still video engagement. And it tells YouTube one way or the other, people are engaging with this. This makes people want to do things. And so it continues building up your presence on YouTube, whether it's for negative reasons or positive reasons, it doesn't matter. This is one of the few places that it works that way. And the truth is, like, it's free advertisements for her. There are a lot of people I have heard say, I didn't even know she existed until I found a reaction channel. I had no clue she existed until I stumbled upon a reaction channel. It's just what it is. And on top of it, I was watching through reaction channels, but if a reaction channel wasn't sniping her, if there wasn't anybody covering it, my only choice was to go to her. I think her other problem is that she has dwindled down her audience so much because she alienates people, she blocks people when she gets irritated, and and they don't come back because it's not fun to be here. I think the one that's like right on top of my head that I think about is Baked Korean. Like I said, if I was in Chantal's live streams, like just having to watch her, he was one of my favorite side characters. He would get her so paranoid about ghosts and stuff like that, and he cracked me up. But I think he said something about her weighing herself, and she got irritated and blocked him. Guess who is in all the reaction channel chats now? I see Baked Korean all the time. But it's because she removed him from her community. So a lot of this is her own fault at the end of the day. And I don't think that she's really taking accountability for that. But I will give her credit for saying I'd rather have a little piece of the pie than none at all. Because, you know, she has 5,000 views on this. I wouldn't know what to do if I had 5,000 views on one of my videos. I am just so excited to have the views that I get and the people that I show up. And I am shocked every single morning when I get up and see that my subscriber count has gone up and that people have taken the time to write me thoughtful comments. Like, it means so much to me that you guys would take time out of your day to do that. And she's sitting here and complaining, well, I'm just getting a smaller piece of the pie. I only got 5,000 views. I could not imagine 5,000 people stopped by to see what you had to say. I mean, so maybe she is having a change in her thought pattern, saying, I'd like to have a little piece of the pie over none at all. Um, or maybe this is just what she's saying so that she can continue getting the attention she wants from YouTube. I don't know.
So I appreciate you guys anyways. And, oh, okay, so yeah. Canadian foods. Well, shepherd's pie, meatloaf, puts in croque monsieur, or is that something else? I don't know. You know? Um, unblock everyone. Well, that's the thing. I realized that there's channels who get a lot more views because they don't censor the hate because it's towards me. It's not towards them. You know? If it was towards them, they would probably block just as much. And sure, I could increase my viewership if I just let people run wild in the comments, let the let the hate overtake it. But for me, when I really think about it, I think it's better for my mental health and the positivity of everyone to just keep really nasty crap off of it. And if that means exactly right, teardrop, if that means lower views because of that, then that's what I have to deal with. You know, I just would rather that, I guess. Yeah, I know. Yeah, everyone blocked and went somewhere else, and you know that's fine. But you have to understand, I don't really want that negativity in my chats and my channel. Like, why would I? You know? Yeah. So anyway, it was delicious, YouTube lover. Really? No BS bars. Donair. Oh, Halifax Donair with the sweet sauce. Moonhammer. Oh, Halloween cruise. Yeah, that's great. Big Mean Girls Club. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's not worth the stress. It's not. You know. But what was I gonna say? I think addressing haters too much, Zoe.
Okay, I'm going to say it right now. I said I wasn't going to yawn. I haven't yawned yet. I'm keeping my promise. That's her yawning, not me. So, if you're yawning, it is her and her content, not me. I'm not being responsible for this time. Okay? Just making that clear right now.
Nova Scotia is awesome. It's so Canadian. Eastern Canada is like so Canadian. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but if you've ever been to Newfoundland, Halifax, I don't know, you know what I mean. I've been obsessed with watching TikToks and documentaries about Burning Man because right now Burning Man is going on. Oh my gosh, strawberries. That's so crazy. That's so ridiculous. It's true, YouTube lover. You lived with someone from where? East Canada? Burning Man is so bad. That's why I'm obsessed with watching about it because it's somewhere that would be my idea of hell on earth. If it's your thing, no offense. I know, Chris, I know, in sandstorms, there's like a sketchy tent where people do things, if you get what I mean. It's just like, why would anyone want to go and wait 5 hours in a line to get in traffic jams? I know, strawberries. Gross. And somebody was murdered, yeah.
Okay. Who would want to go and stand in line for 5 hours just to get in? But just the other day, she was asking for everybody to send her money so that she could go to Disney for the Halloween season and to Universal Studios for their horror nights, the Halloween horror nights. Those are some of the busiest times at both of those locations, and you just stand in line. The difference is that Burning Man, they burn a giant wicker effigy at the end of it. And at Disney, you get a parade with fireworks. It's still waiting in line. It's still being surrounded by a ton of people you don't know. And there's still a big show at the end. I mean, I know there's massive differences between the two, but I'm just saying, like, what Chantal is picking out and looking at, it sometimes I don't know how her brain works.
It probably it just reeks of like things oh, gross, no way, I would never go. Yeah, I've been to Nova Scotia. I know, teardrop, it's so weird. Yeah, strawberries. All the outhouses, you have to shit. There's almost 75,000 people. Yeah, that sounds yummy. Mukbang topic. Hey, fruity yogurt. Kim. Monkeypox. Anne of Green Gables is in Prince Edward Island. It's such a wonderful place. I used to live there for only 3 months, but I lived in a place called Emerald. It was right beside Red Albin. Really, Zach? Yeah.
Okay, I know we're hearing the fan, but am I also hearing a shisha underneath that? I keep thinking I'm hearing it, and when I pause to really like pay attention to it, it stops, and so I can't tell if I'm imagining it or not.
YouTube lover. Debauchery. I know. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, Cashy. Yeah, she seems like she would be the type to go. No offense, I'm not like putting anyone down, but autumn. Petri dish. Ew. Gross me right out. And the toilets. Hey, Vampira. Yeah, I'm alright. I have to cook for like 18 people tomorrow. She's quit YouTube? I know, Erica. It's ridiculous. Burning Man is like a big festival, and they burn a big man at the end, like a big wooden man. I don't know what the point. I don't know. Wicker Man, yeah. Ew. I know, Wanderer. Hey, Living Eye Roll. No, he wouldn't be much help. Just order from restaurant. Well, the whole point of the gathering is for them to try Canadian food, so... Made for health days. Yeah. I know what you meant, Erica. Hey, Weird Barbie. Lasagna. Big Turks and...
I swear I'm hearing shisha. And I thought maybe it was her at first, but she's talking while I'm hearing the bubbling. So, she says Salah doesn't want her on YouTube anymore. But if I'm hearing the shisha while she's talking, I'm assuming um, Salah's in the room with her listening, which would mean he's more okay with it than she's letting on. I think she may have just been lying just to get a bit of attention and to make it more dramatic.
all dressed chips. Puts in bar. Yeah, maybe a puts in bar. But, or maybe one of those huge serving trays. Because I have a many huge serving trays because in this part of the world, not that bad, teardrop, no. Oh. Yeah, they have big families to feed, right? So, hey, Lavisa, I have to cook for 18 people. Lane Bryant. Tilapia, yum. Bloody Caesar. Hey, Neil. Or everyone.
Okay, did I miss the end of that statement? She was talking about serving trays, and she said, in this part of the world. And I don't know that I don't know that she ever finished the thought. Or if she did, I completely missed it. I don't know. I'm clueless sometimes.
Everyone just have a fork, like have little serving platters, like maybe divide people in like groups of like 3, and they each have a big platter with puts in on it. Oh my gosh, that's gonna 18 people. That's gonna be so much puts in. A Satanist playground, that's what I heard. I would never go. No way. Cooking for the whole chat. No baking, no. There was a shooting there, Scripto? Yeah, Margie. I'll try to film some, Has anyone cooked for 18 people? I've never done that. That's why I'm nervous.
Yes, I have. I have cooked multiple times for groups that big or bigger. The only reason that my wedding was so stressful for me to do, we did a completely authentic historical Victorian wedding, which means all of our reception was based on Victorian recipes and what you would have actually found at a wedding reception um, from the late 1700s, early 1800s. And it was a lot, an awful lot. But it was absolutely amazing. And we wanted it to be perfect because we actually got married in a historical Victorian home in our era or in our area. And so we wanted it to all be, um, historically accurate, um, to do justice to the place that we were getting married in. And it was amazing. It was a lot of work, though. Tons of work.
Wee. Puts in, how about a puts in fountain? No, I guess not, Agathon. Spaghetti Uber Eats. 6 platters? Oh my gosh. It's a lot of food. You did it. Yeah, I'll just do it once. Hey, Liz Fairy. I'm a tough cookie. I don't know, probably puts in. Portos. Yeah, that'd be scary, Carissa. Milk pudding, paneer for 8 people. No, I haven't talked to Amberlyn, no. Ramen, bologna, and ketchup sandwiches. Hungry man. They don't have them, Jacqueline. I don't think they would be popular here. People cook their food usually. 99 cent mayo? What? Spaghetti puts in. I know 18 people are freaking me out. Lean Bazines. And some sandwiches. I can't get cheese curds. Bear, nice to see ya. Beef stew with mash. Seal. Tiramisu is held for review. What? Woodstock 99 freaks me out. It's all the people and all their bodily stuff. Like, ew. Kevin puts in. Ketchup and bologna. Valley bite. He ran into the fire. Her family in Portugal. I'll have to use shredded cheese, but that's okay. It's more like disco fries, but chicken nuggets. A huge shepherd's pie is what I was thinking. Tortilla. The hippies were nicer. Ran into the fire. Ew, Corvus. Big pot of fondue with that jar cheese. Rambling Rose. Dip in french fries. Quiche. Quiche Lorraine. You've never had shepherd's pie? Well, in Canada, it's called pâté chinois. Oh, it's a sacrifice. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it sounds like Midsummer. John Leonard, arsonist. Oh. 18 is a huge amount of people, yeah. I've never done that. I've never cooked for large amounts of people, so. And coffee.
Okay, she has been in Syria for how long? And she has talked about how many people they have over, and they're constantly surrounded by people. If she knew that she had volunteered herself to eventually cook for 18 people, why would we not start off practicing slow? Let's invite 4 people over. Let's then invite 8 people over, and work our way up so that we were more confident in this. I mean, she talks like her and Salah have all this money, so clearly they would have the money to regularly throw dinner parties, and for her to practice cooking. Um, I bet if she would have asked, I bet she could have told Noor, I've never cooked for a large group of people before. I would really like to practice this. And I'm pretty sure that she would come over and help her, practice and get used to this so that when she had to feed the large crowd, Chantal could do it with ease and, really impress people. And in the process of impressing them, really be a good reflection on Salah as his wife, but I don't I don't know that I'm not going to say I don't know that she does. I know that she doesn't think that way.
For 18 people, and yeah, it's gonna be different, that's for sure. Yikes, coffee. Shepherd's pie with cornbread. I'm not making cornbread. I don't even know how. There's not shepherds in it. I know, living on a roll. Gonna need help. Order Domino's. Make a meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Maybe, yeah. Maybe I could. Rotisserie chickens. Vegan shepherd's pie. It's pretty good. My aunt made me one once. Too bad you just can't order pizza. Really, Debbie? When you went to Tunisia? Oh. Yeah, Liz. KFG. Chicken curry. Spray cheese and saltines. I don't know, teardrop. Maybe. I'm sure I could enlist help if I want to. Hey, April. Casseroles are easy. You just, my chicken pot pie was so good. He wouldn't be much help. He does help me, he helps me, carry stuff and, he's really good for that, but the long...
Okay, yeah, somebody said, can Salah help? My husband is not allowed in my kitchen. He's allowed to get drinks and use the microwave. That's about it. The one and only time that I let him help me cook, he managed to burn homemade chicken nuggets, even with me standing there helping him. Somehow he burned them. And then I had to, when before we got married, I had to work late one night, and I had already fixed everything. All he had to do was pull the stuff out of the fridge and reheat it. And then there were frozen tater tots in the freezer for him to throw in the oven to have with everything else that I had already cooked for everybody. Um, and when I got off work, everybody wanted to know when I was going to be done working late nights because he clearly was not successful at cooking dinner. Um, because they said that somehow the tater tots, even though they helped him follow the directions, um, they were still soggy and cold. So after those two grand disasters, um, he is not allowed in my kitchen. He also doesn't clean up after himself, and he likes to leave my cabinet doors open. So my kitchen is my sanctuary. He can carry stuff in there. He can get drinks, and he can use the microwave. Outside of that, stay out of my kitchen. I cannot have it. So I totally get where she's coming from when she says Salah's really good at carrying stuff, but he's not going to help me with this. I do not blame her.
Longest sub ever made was in Lebanon. What was on it? Please make a proper gravy recipe. Luna, I was just gonna use milk, stock cubes, water, and that's it. And ketchup. Basement spaghetti, shepherd's pie, or meatloaf. True. Pot pies, banquet. Those are
I hope she's being sarcastic and that's not really her gravy recipe.
good. Carissa, imagine. How are you so chill about it? Well, I can't really do anything about it, Twinkie, you know? Order pizzas. That's not Canadian food, though. Middle Eastern salad, yeah, is good. Maggi seasoning. Yeah. Shelby Scotty. This isn't the time for proper. This is the time to just get dinner over with. I grew up in a family that hosted Hardee's constantly, and I haven't done it myself. What? I don't know if we can get a large roast. I'd have to check the butcher. Basement spaghetti? Oh, anyone want to explain what that is? More of a buffet can be, really? No milk or ketchup in it. Wings and pretzels, chicken breast, lettuce, tomato, pickles, mayonnaise, red vinegar, salt, mustard. Camoon.
If anybody doesn't know what basement spaghetti is, it is spaghetti. And it's basement spaghetti because Chantal used to eat spaghetti in the basement of the church she went to. So, it's spaghetti.
Spices and coriander. Camoon? Oh, cumin. I hate when I offer to do stuff and freak out. Yep. Damn, Maggie. National Spice Blend Day. Your name is Maggie. Milk and ketchup and gravy. Chicken. They don't have Heinz gravy. Halifax Donair. Yum. Yeah, I know, Verica. That's the thing. No, everyone coming is Muslim. The thing is, it's a small gas oven, and it's an oven I've never cooked with before. So this will be the first time using it. There's going to be some challenges.
Okay, you have been there how long? And you have had opportunities to use the oven, and you haven't used it yet. We moved into this house, and I was using the oven within 3 hours of us moving in because everybody needed to eat food. How long has she been in that house and has not touched the oven? Does she even know how to work it yet? Because the other day, when she was in her kitchen making coffee, um, she was asking people if her gas stove needed to be plugged into the wall, and she didn't know if it needed government electric or not. So I'm not even sure that she knows. I don't know that she's even figured out how to turn it on yet, which, if that's the case, I hope that there is a full-length vlog that Salah has filmed so that we are getting all of the perfect shots of Foodie Beauty. And I mean, I want like a full-length documentary. I don't care if it's 12 hours long. I want to watch this entire process. I would be there for all of it.
Oh well, if it's a flop, it's a flop. We just order out after. What can I say?
No, if it's a flop, that's a bad, I mean, that's a bad reflection on you, and that is a bad reflection on your husband. In societies where it is so important for there to be like traditional marriages and those traditional roles, it is a very big deal. Um, and I don't think she understands that concept. I don't think that she understands the necessity of making a good impression. Um, I,
Questions are allowed, yeah.
I should have brought a book over here with me, and I'm trying to see if it's on the shelf where I can grab it real fast.
Yeah, the shepherd's pie is made with lamb. That's the word shepherd. Cottage pie is made with cow. Just order food. Tater pot casserole looks so good.
Okay, I'll be right back. I will not make a habit of getting up and walking away while I'm hanging out with you guys, but I need to get something off the shelf. Next time, I'll be super prepared. I'm always talking about the girls needing to be prepared, and I am feeling very unprofessional in this moment. So sit here with your babysitter for a second.
No, I gotta do it. Okay, Muslim women to cook for you. No, it's because, hey Coco, it's because I have to do Canadian food. Maybe Verica. Maybe pate chinois. We'll see. You can get wine here. Mozzarella. Really, can be? Yeah, gyms are no fun, I know. You feel good after you've been, but then it's like, ugh. I have to cook for a large amount of people, I know. Yeah, I know, Verica. No, we're gonna shop in the morning. Yeah. I know, YouTube lover, that's why I'm in big trouble. Coco Vay.
Why would you wait to the last minute to do this? Like, that just makes no sense to me. But the book I was getting, this is one of my favorite books that I own. This would do Foodie a lot of good. It would actually do her more good than, well, she could use more of the book than a lot of people in America. But it is, I mean, look at this thing. Do you see how beautiful? Look at that. It is Mrs. Beaton's book of household management. And this was actually a book that they would give to new wives to help walk them through and teach them how to manage their households and how to have proper timing while you're cooking dinners and how to host dinner parties and why it was important to host dinner parties and why it was important where so and so sat by so and so because there was a pecking order and a hierarchy in it. There's also a lot of cleaning tips in here that she could use because um, her lifestyle is a lot closer to how their lifestyle was than what ours is here in the West. This book has been such a big help to me. There are also tons of recipes in here. But okay, Foodie, I doubt you are watching me because there are other bigger, better reaction channels than me. But if you are watching me, this one, order it. It will turn you, if you take the time to read it and actually implement it and put it into practice, this will turn you into the housewife of your dreams. Just saying.
You mean, Kevin? Yeah, tomorrow morning. 18 people. Make mash boosh. Mash boosh. That's Kuwaiti. Oh, the women's section, yeah. Kevin Ovey. I don't know, that's why I'm in trouble. It's gonna be really hard. I can just pick up fries. Yeah, the kitchen is always clean, actually. I keep it clean. We had company today since about noon.
I think it's always clean because she doesn't really actually cook in there very often. And if she does, it's like coffee and like maybe scrambled eggs. We're not making full meals and clearly we're not baking. So there's that. And when you're not really using an area of the house, as long as you go through and wipe it down randomly, it's going to stay clean.
And then, no crock pot. And then, yeah, I did dishes many times today. Scrubbed my bathroom with bleach. You know, that kind of stuff. I can't go shopping today. It's already midnight. Nothing is open late here. Yeah, Margie, I guess maybe meatloaf or shepherd's pie. Can you do? There's no bacon. Yeah, I know, YouTube lover. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, everything closes pretty early here. I'm trying to figure out how much, like, if, hot dogs and hamburgers. Oh. Canada flags. That's a good idea. I don't know if you can buy them here. I hate brass instruments. I used to play the tuba. Thanksgiving. Hey, Jack. Glazed carrots. I'm thinking just getting fries from a fast food joint, buying the cheese and making gravy.
Don't do that. Make the fries. Put in the effort. I don't understand why she so desperately wants to impress people and wants people to like her and she wants to be the popular kid, but then she's not willing to put in the effort that it takes to accomplish those goals. I mean, the only way that she's going to impress these women is by doing the things that they do, which is cooking and cleaning and running her household. I don't know that anybody's going to be overly impressed with restaurant fries that have sat around for a few hours.
Whoops. And then that will be that. If I make meatloaf, like how many kgs of meat would I need for that many people? Thanks, Nervous Rider. Yeah, I'm okay. I will survive.
Well, for the kilograms of meat, because a kilogram is roughly 2.2 pounds, it depends on what side you're having and if you are serving it up to the people or if they get to serve their own plates and how many children are eating. But roughly, if you plan on like half a pound of meat per adult man, that's 9 pounds. So you would need like 4.5 kg. Well, and with meatloaf, technically you would need less than that because if you have your breadcrumbs, and you have any extra veggies that you throw in there for filler, which would extend the meat, and then you have your eggs that you add in, which helps it be more filling. So it really depends on how she makes the meatloaf. Um, but I don't know her recipe or if she even has a recipe.
I don't know how to use the oven yet. Like, a gas oven, do you have to plug it in? I'll ask my husband. Church basement spaghetti. Shepherd's pie. That's a good idea, Debbie.
You do not have to plug a gas oven. It has an igniter in it. You ignite it. You light it. Set it to the temperature you want and walk away. It works like a regular oven outside of that. I don't. How has she been there this long and nobody has explained that to her? And does she really think that Salah is going to know how to work it?
Nor. Church basement puts in 10 kilos of meat. Why do they make obese children play the tuba? They think we have big lungs. No, YouTube lover, have to make the fries.
10 kg of meat would be 22 pounds of meat. You do not need 22 pounds of meat. Well, okay. Guys, I'm going to retract my previous statement because I was going off of normal portion sizes. I forgot that we are feeding Foodie. So it might not be 4.5 kg that she needs. She might need closer to like 6 kg so that she can eat her fill and then everybody else can have their normal portions. So I wasn't thinking clearly. Oh, and I said 18 people, not 20. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with like 6.
You have a job interview tomorrow? I know those are stressful. Good luck. I know. 4.5 kg. Ah. They made me do the tuba, and I was probably the fattest kid. Oh no, I think Jared was the fattest kid. I don't know, Agathon. Probably not. 2 pounds for 3 people? Oh my gosh. Why did your friend have court? You have a gas stove? So you don't, like, we have a gas tank in it. So I don't think you have to plug it. Oh, you're on a higher altitude? Who's going to Burning Man? Oh man. Yeah, I'll probably serve it in on different, like 16, like on 18 plates. If we even have that many.
Okay, she has access to YouTube. She has access to Google, I'm assuming, or a search engine of some kind. So I'm not sure why she hasn't looked this up or looked up tutorials on how to use a gas stove. I mean, it seems pretty common sense to me, but I'm pretty sure there's more people in the world who don't know how to use a gas stove. So there's probably tutorials out there. She could be teaching herself so much just by utilizing YouTube if she took the time to do it. I one of my favorite things to do, I crochet. I taught myself to crochet mostly using YouTube. I when I have the time, because it is very time consuming, I love to hand sew clothing items and aprons. I taught myself by watching Bernadette Banner and taking her, doing her sewing classes that she does on YouTube. She could be learning so much and honestly turning herself into, because she really does. She wants to be claimed, she wants to be loved, she wants to be seen as this amazing housewife and homemaker, and she could be doing that just by watching YouTube and implementing what she sees there. And I mean, she talks about all the time she lays around watching all these documentaries and stuff. She could still be doing that, but she could be doing it in a way that it enriched her life and gained her more knowledge, but also changed the perception that people have of her.
I think we do. Hamburgers are way cheaper, yeah. It is. $5 for a kg. Just make sure you have a full gas tank before you start cooking. Oh, beezing man. No. True, Lavisa, yeah. True, Barbara. Oh no, the cat is freaking out. I have big pans, yeah. I have some big pans. Beefaroni. Margie, right? Cheese nuts. Well, we'll have to see. I'll film something to show you guys what I do. Like, I'll show you the spread.
Okay, so I guess we're officially getting vlogs. Foodie's back, I guess. And this is the vlog she decides to go with. I don't know. Like I said, if Salah's going to film the entire thing of her cooking and preparing it to when people actually eat it, I would sit and watch the entire thing. Like, I'm not going to lie about it. I would, because I would be very interested to see how she handles that situation. Just seeing how nervous she was when she was trying to make the coffee when they were at Noor's house is enough to tell me that I would be completely entertained by watching her try and pull this off.
I'm gonna have to move furniture out of the way so we can all fit on the ground. Julia has zoomies. No. Perkins. Oh, I used to go take my grandma to Perkins once a week. Norm McDonald was from Ottawa Valley. Get out. Yeah, it is a small oven. I know, it's gonna be stressful. That's why I'm in trouble, but I think it's doable. You just gotta be creative like MacGyver. Mabeezer. Baked macaroni and cheese. You have zoomies at work. It's beezy. Beef dip. Those are good. Ground beef stew. Yeah, chicken and, I know, Coffee's Bay. Ryan Gosling is from Cornwall. Going into the outside world. Perkins is good. My grandma, always, when we would go. Yeah, I'll tell you guys about it. Yeah, I need aluminum foil. I put it on the list. Perkins and their pies. Yeah, I know, Barb, eh? Play Tragically Hip. We are ahead by a century. What, Scrape? Oh my gosh. At work, or? Every time we would go, my grandma would ask, is the coffee fresh? And then she would say, she would always order BLT on whole wheat, the bacon well done, no mayo. I said, Grandma, no mayo on a BLT is diabolical. Oh, craft beer bars, yeah, Jill. She survived? Oh, yikes. There was a woman who purposely put, like...
Okay, guys. We have been here over an hour. And she's starting to get boring, and she's starting to talk less about food, which the cooking was what I was here for. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I was excited about. And usually once she starts to get boring, it starts to go downhill from there. And there's not a whole lot left. It's a hour and 30 minutes, and we made it almost an hour in, so there's not a whole lot left. I don't know that we're going to miss a whole lot. So I think we're just going to call it there. I made it through. No yawning. Late night recording. So I'm going to consider this an absolute success. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for listening to me prattle on about cooking nonsense, because it really is one of my favorite things in the world to do. But I'm going to quit running my mouth and let you fine folks go do something better with your time than stare at my face. But I'm going to remind you until the next time I see you, you need to be good and behave yourselves. However, if you can't, at least do it right and make me proud. And then post it online so we can talk about it later. Bye, guys.